Hey Scott, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm hanging out in the land of California
The
this
land of the
week.
free,
I wouldn't go that far.
the land of freedom, man. It's all about
Uh,
freedom over there in California. I mean, Gavin Newsom has everybody set free up there, and we are here tonight on October 9th of the Political Matrix News with a heck of a news day today.
mhm.
And we have got a signed agreement by Gaza to sign off with Israel. Now, whether or not they're actually going to fulfill their signature, who the heck
Yeah,
knows? But
yeah,
they
we'll
signed
see.
it.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
signed an
Well,
agreement.
right, right. We got them to sign it, but getting them to follow it's an entirely different thing. The fact that they were reluctant, the fact that the talking point that there or the point of the peace that they were reluctant to just agree to was giving up their weapons. Really,
Well, they
really
didn't do
does
that
not.
yet. They
Yeah.
didn't sign that part
Oh,
because it's just
I'm sure.
yeah, this is just phase one. This is just the hostages. The
Hmm.
weapons is phase two. So we don't know if they're going to give that part up yet or not.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
I
and
mean,
also the whole idea that Trump has to say we're going to obliterate you if you don't sign it, and that's really and they actually believed him through his peace through strength initiative that he's doing very
mhm,
good at. And whenever it takes that to make you make a decision, I mean, is it really going to stick?
yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, that's like the fear of God.
Yeah. I mean, we hope so. I mean, they're supposed to be returning the hostages here on Monday, on Columbus Day.
I am cautiously optimistic.
And exactly, I mean, it's the first time you actually hear Palestinian people and Israeli people chanting Trump in the streets. And they're both celebrating Trump for being the peacemaker, bringing this entire deal together, which I think is very ironic that both sides are celebrating him stopping the war. I mean, there's a lot of talk today about the Nobel Peace Prize and about if he's going to be a finalist for it or not, because Obama got it for not doing any type of peace whatsoever. And so, I mean, maybe Trump should get it for actually settling 6 or 7 different peace accords throughout the last 12 months.
You know, that that Nobel Prize is just
I know.
a participation trophy for the
It
left.
is. It is, and it's a participation trophy for people who really do not care anything about anything they were getting awarded for. I mean, most of the different Nobel prizes, whether it's peace or science or whatever, are all more or less bought, and it's people, rewarding their friends and comrades and patriots, and that's it.
For promoting the science that they agree with.
Exactly. I mean, people will get these awards here for climate change.
People get awards for vaccines that include mercury as a preservative.
Yeah, I mean, they get awards for stuff that actually hurts people. I mean, the literature awards are subpar literature. I mean, some of it's good, some of it's, okay.
Well, the
But,
literature stuff, they're always pushing some woke thing.
I mean, it's all very subjective.
It's just bad.
It is.
It's just
And
bad.
it really is just bad. And you're in California where the home of all the bad decisions are being made. And so, I mean, right now, I think the biggest issue right now is that the troops are being sent out to Chicago and to California, and the governors are ticked off and irritated, but, it's still working. I mean, it's still making LA safer, it's still making Chicago safer, whether or not they like it or not. And it's all during a shutdown, too, so it ain't like Congress can stop it.
Well, the beautiful part about it is that the real reason that they're angry is because they actually know it's going to work. And it's
Exactly.
going to be something that Trump did that fixed a problem that they couldn't fix, or
Well,
actually,
maybe
it's
they
not that they
could.
couldn't fix; they just didn't have the will to do it.
They didn't wanna fix it. I
Well,
mean,
it conflicts with too many of their fundraising narratives.
exactly. I mean, essentially, your whole narrative for fundraising is the sky is falling in Chicken Little, and whenever Chicken Little dies and the sky is not falling and things are actually getting better and working, what's the entire point in going out to raise a lot of money on this here issue if this issue does not exist?
Well, when the mayor of DC is admitting, yeah, it's a lot nicer now. Thank you, Mr. President, for doing this. When she's thanking the president for taking carjackings down from 90 a year to they haven't had one. Oh, I'm taking that. They've had two since
Exactly.
Trump's enacted this.
Almost
So
I mean, if you look it up, so every single level of crime is reduced by almost 80% in
yeah,
DC.
yeah,
I mean, rapes,
like it
murders,
ought to
domestic
be.
abuse. Exactly. And so, I mean, it's a mess.
It's amazing how much better life gets when there aren't people messing around you.
Well, whenever people are actually following the rules of law and the rules of order, I mean, it's really sad that you have to bring the military out. And actually, it is probably the saddest commentary is that you have to bring the military out and the National Guard out to scare the bejeebies out of these criminals to
Mhm.
get any type of attention. Now, nobody wants martial law. Nobody wants military law like that. Nobody wants any facet of that. And Trump is not a Hitler, and Republicans do not want fascism or any type of military rule. What we want, though, is criminals to stop being criminals. What we
Mhm.
want is a respect for law and order and respect for our own fellow common man. That's what we're not getting. And that's what, unfortunately, we had to bring the National Guard troops out, scare the crap out of them to do it. And it's not really like the National Guard is doing anything, but just supplying or supporting ICE and the law enforcement. They're protecting their fellow brethren. Except in Portland, they're actually allowing the people to go after them, and the brothers are not very much brotherly in the blue world. They're in Portland. They are being very much against each other, and also it's kind of like the ICE agents who were surrounded in Chicago, and it took a very long time for the brothers in blue to come out and respond there as well.
Yeah, that was a genuine FAFO moment for sure.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
that lady got shot multiple times, but, I mean, she pulled a gun on them,
yeah,
and that is, how twisted in your mind do you have to get where you're justifying this stuff in your head the cops are the bad people, and the hubris involved in just saying that I am going to use my gun and correct this situation with the police. What you're
right.
going to do is get killed, and regardless of how much in the right you are, it's not going to go well. As they
No,
always
it's
say, you
not.
can beat the you can beat the rap, but you can't beat the ride.
Exactly. I mean, and the whole and it's just sad that we're at this point in time right now to where it takes all this type of visual, I mean, and visual more or less choreography, with using the troops in the manner they're using them in, and using politics in the manner we're having to use it in. I mean, in order to get everybody's attention. I mean, guys, wake up, quit breaking the law, quit hurting people, quit doing drugs, quit doing fentanyl. It's real simple, okay? Carjackings don't need to be happening. Go get a job. I mean, seriously. I mean, I know this government shutdown is tough for everybody who's actually working, but all you criminals ain't working. I mean, it's not fixing. In fact, y'all are doing this for decades before any type of shutdowns or slowdowns or any kind of economic downturns or upturns or anything. Although they want to blame everything on Trump and say it's all his fault, but I mean, the reality here is this society's fault for failing itself.
It's Trump's fault for what? What exactly is Trump's fault again?
Yeah, nobody can
For
actually identify it. They just say they aggregate everything.
Well, that's the thing. It's the standard MO. You proclaim someone is a thing, is a homophobe, is a racist, is Hitler, is a fascist. You just say they are these things, and you proclaim them, and then move on. When people who are honest and being intellectually honest would go ahead and say, and here's what makes him a whatever. But that you never hear that part. Always demand to hear that part. When
Yeah.
if you're reading an article and they're just proclaiming people guilty of whatever, get in the comments and say, prove what you're saying.
Yeah,
That
research it.
Well, everyone, that needs to be the lead comment when they do that. Just prove what you're saying.
Exactly.
Because when you do that, my experience is that they'll either block you or quit or whatever, but they'll get out. They're not going to engage in a conversation about proving things because everyone knows this and you should know it. And the only reason you're asking me to prove it is because you know it's a bunch of research. You go do it.
Exactly. Now,
You
real
go
quick,
find the thing that I saw some authoritative source say.
well, we have a Chuck Schumer's commercial that claims a lot about, Obamacare and the American Care Act and about all the people that's hurting. It's ironic that the number he uses, 16 million people are going to be left without health care, is nearly the same number we're using when we talk about the illegal aliens. 16, I mean, it
Hmm.
almost mirrors almost to the
Why?
million, the same number. I mean, because they kept on saying there's not 30 or 40 million, there's only 16 million illegals over here. There's only 16 million, 17 million, 16 million. They kept saying that over and over again.
My mistake.
But ironically, the people that he's just throwing into a big net in his commercial about Congress and the government shutdown taking away the health care of 16 million people is the same number. So
60 million
maybe
people.
exactly. So maybe they're talking about the same. Well, maybe they're admitting that they were giving healthcare to illegals without saying they're giving healthcare to illegals because they're not giving healthcare because actually giving it to the hospitals to reimburse the illegals for not paying their bills. And that's actually the whole semantical part of this whole thing. They are correct. Republicans are not trying to give or take away them from giving any money at all to any individual that's illegal. We're trying to make sure that the hospitals are not reimbursing those who are serving the illegals. Now,
Mhm.
granted, that means that hospitals might have to do ID checks whenever they check out patients, which they're not going to do. And we all know they're not going to do that. That's actually the whole hard part of this whole argument here is that no hospital is going to turn anybody away at ER. That's just not going to happen.
Well,
Period.
it's violation of law. You
Exactly.
can't. Now, you don't have to provide complete medical care. So you have to treat them if they have a life threatening condition
Right.
or a serious condition. But
Exactly.
if they're there for for a splinter, whatever, a cold, whatever,
But
then
you're going to be hard
go.
pressed to find anybody turning them away. And the whole reality is here is that we got to pay that bill. And that bill, it means that, the taxpayers are paying the bills for the illegals. I mean, and the whole idea that Democrats can't wrap their head around the logic,
Just because they're not, just because I don't know. No, go ahead. That's fine.
it's just weird how stupid they are with this whole thing.
Well, I mean, they're not trying to be smart. What they're trying to be is combative, and and they want to make sure that they can continue to continue the programs that they've always done. The problem is that when someone does. I don't know what when they get a program funded. Well, they're not just writing checks to to end users or end recipients. They have to hire people to do things and stuff like that. And who do you think they hire? They hire their supporters.
Yeah.
Or at the very least, that's why 80% of the people in government are Democrats.
Yeah. I mean, no, you didn't really see too many tears cry today at all whenever the IRS furloughed 48% of their workers. I
No,
mean,
did
you
they?
know, yeah, I mean, not too many people are very empathetic about that because, I mean, the whole
No.
idea here is that most, I mean, it's just a reality here. I mean, most people don't really care all that much about the IRS one way or the other. I mean, that's just a reality here. I mean, unless they're getting a check. Now, probably they're gonna the people that are sending out the checks that Trump wants to send out. He probably let them stay. But
Well,
I mean,
all I got to say about that is that when Trump came into office, he said that we were going to try to make a deal and make Canada part of the United States, and everyone laughed at him. Now you look at Alberta, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia, who are on the cusp of breaking out of Canada, and
really,
without them, I'm telling you, Canada can't survive.
I didn't know
So
that.
there's going to be a major reconfiguration in Ottawa.
Really,
Yeah.
wow, I learned something new today.
Oh no, no, no. That shit. This has been brewing for a while. I mean, yeah, Ottawa has been just fleecing the Western provinces for decades, and even worse, not only are they fleecing them, but they don't allow them to get projects that would pay for the additional taxes that they're paying. The Western provinces pay about 110 to 120% of what they get back.
Wow, I did hear
So
today that the average house in Canada is around $480,000.
average house.
Yeah, average house.
In a country where one of the primary exports is lumber.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, the whole idea. I mean, Canada's economy is crashing, and it's mainly because of housing and everything. People don't realize it's not the wonderful, wonderful place that everybody thinks it is to go to.
No, with Alberta and Saskatchewan and BC, just jettisoning the rest of the dead weight.
Yeah,
Those guys are, and think about this: population of Canada is roughly between the population of Texas and Florida. All right,
that's it.
so we're going to wind up with the Western provinces. I mean, just filled to the brim with resources,
Right.
and now and completely free to do business with America. And it won't take long, but I mean, they could have their own military, but why when they can just join America and have America's military?
Yeah, because I think we're a little bit better.
I think we're a
Yeah,
little bit better.
but I think America's military is. I mean, actually, tonight there was breaking news on my way back to the office here about we are going to be sending U.S. troops over to Israel to help keep the peace with the transitioning. of the
Mhm.
freedom. And so we're going to be, I don't know if we're going to be on the ground or if it's just going to be on the boats. I really don't know all the details of that yet because it's still breaking news and I have not been able to research it all fully yet. But it's going to be interesting because, I mean, the American military surpasses Canada's military or
God,
the entire EU's military or anywhere in Europe or, I mean, the Asian, Russian, I mean, any front period
you know,
whatsoever.
I don't have the statistic on the entire EU, but I do know that that we are bigger than every other country on the planet. We spend more money. That's my favorite statistic about our military. We spend more money on maintenance than other countries, the next two countries combined, to spend on their militaries.
Exactly. And that's just how efficient we are. I mean, we are actually using our military to promote peace.
Mhm.
And actually Hecksmith is saying it's now the Department of War. And so I
Yes.
mean the whole concept here is that you're not just supposed to be playing defense all the time. You're supposed to be only using your resources to eliminate the enemy. Period. By eliminating the enemy, you're creating peace.
Well, I think his narrative was kind of a, if you should be afraid of us because when
Exactly.
we come, it's not going to be us, beating you back to the border and saying stay away from us. It's going to be us coming and steamrolling you until you beg us to stop.
Yep. And that's the way we roll, baby.
And that's the way we roll, and that's how you stay out of trouble. Because if we were you know Kaliningrad, and just some tiny little minor country all by ourselves and made that threat, people would laugh at us. But we're not. We're the most
Right.
powerful military force on the planet, and we're saying, work with us. We love to work with you, but if you don't want to work with us, you do your thing. But if you don't want to do that and you want to start trouble, you're not going to like how it turns out. So you got three options.
Yeah, and I think we're gonna go ahead and call it short here tonight with that because I think both of us have some other meetings here and everything we have to take care of. You're in California time, so you're a little bit way ahead of us. I mean, for us over
Actually,
here, it's dark time over here. It's light time where you're at.
yeah, well, it's we're losing light right now, and I actually have a dinner that I have to go to with my niece.
Okay, well that's great. But real quick on a closing note, Trump is doing great. Schumer is going to be primaried by AOC, and he's scared to death. And we're going to see if the government shutdown lasts another week or not before everybody caves. Because I think this whole peace in the Middle East is caving everybody pretty quick because Trump's political capital is increasing at a very, very rapid pace. And the whole
Hmm.
idea here is that they just want to continue spending at the Biden levels, not the Trump levels. And the Democrats got to quit thinking that they actually won the damn election. They didn't.
They've
They
always
lost.
seemed to make that mistake.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening here. Follow us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, X, Facebook, and Rumble, and a few others. We appreciate everybody here subscribing to our YouTube channel. It's been great, and just keep doing it, keep sharing, and stay tuned with us. Anything else you want to throw in?
Oh no, that's all. I got a jet, but thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. See you
Good
later.
night.